As of now, I am 1,725 Ks into the year. Cleared up a little bit now, which is nice. It's inspired me to do better with my oats. You might be wondering why I stopped. It is recovery time, and also... Alright.
I was waiting in line on the 4th of July. Well, fireworks burst, I couldn't feel worse.
So as of now, I am 1,725 Ks into the year, and that's quite a fair amount for someone who just started running 2 years ago, at least for me anyway, so I'm definitely feeling it. My weeks are averaging around 80 Ks at the moment, and I thought I would show you what my long run Sunday routine is like this far into running. I just had some sourdough and jam on toast, having some electrolytes now. It's just gone 6 AM and I'm going to head out the door soon. I usually keep breakfast pretty simple and light, so I know that at least today I'm doing 21 Ks and can run pretty soon after having some sourdough and jam and some electrolytes, some faster absorbing carbs. And if I'm doing a harder effort, I have to wait a little longer, or if it's a very long run, I'll have maybe one meal 2 hours before and then a little bit more an hour before, say something like that. It was so windy and cold last night, but it looks like it's cleared up a little bit now, which is nice. But it definitely is cold, so got a long sleeve and a beanie, and then got my singlet here because, like you saw last time, I got quite hot in the run, so I swooped by home and put my singlet on. So I'm just going to drop my electrolytes in the car here and then do a couple of loops by home and pick these up. About running near home, you can just sort of do, the loops, and how many Ks it is going to be, so you can just leave your stuff here. Honestly, I woke up in the middle of the night and it was so rainy and cold and it was so windy, and I was just dreading this run this morning, but no, it looks like it's going to be pretty still and a nice morning, really. Hopefully pretty quiet on the roads and not too windy. Alright, let's get after it.
I got something on my chest that I just gotta confess, but I don't know you.
Yeah, so my left calf has been quite stiff at the moment, so I've just been trying to roll that out. Just going to needle it tonight. See if we can get a little bit better, but it's been causing my foot to take a little bit more of the load, a little bit more of a beating, and that's become quite sore, so I've been doing almost like some foam rolling on my foot. I'll show you later after the run. I'm just going to relax and get into this run a bit, and then I'll chat to you soon.
I really miss the old you.
So, just had my first gel. Stopped by home, picked that up. 5.8 Ks in. Feeling good. I just split the gel all over my hands though. So, the only thing I don't like about those gels is they're really hard to open. Especially if your hands are a little bit cold. Even with my teeth, it just ends up splitting down into the gel. Maybe I'm just not very good at it. Alright, gonna get my heart rate back down a little bit and put my head down for another wee while.
Such a familiar face, you've got a similar taste. I swear you look just like her. She used to laugh at my jokes, the sex was out of control, till it came down to the wire. The life it like
15 k's in. Last job done. May or may not have split it all over me again. Bad luck today. So I have just over 300 meters to go, and you might be wondering why I stopped or am stopped. Is because I really needed to go toilet, and not number ones either. So I honestly didn't think I was going to make it back home, but obviously I did, luckily enough, and we're going to get back out and finish these last 300 or so. All right. The things you go through. And just like that, we're done. Oh, that's so funny. I'm not sure exactly what set that on, because I've been having that pre-run fuel for a wee while now, so maybe it was what I ate yesterday. But yeah, I thought that was the one that I wasn't going to make it home, so yeah. Anyway, time to dig into some food. So I've got some overnight oats. Des inspired me to do better with my oats after last weekend. She made some baked oats for me, if you haven't seen it already. So last night, whilst we were watching the rugby, I prepared some overnight oats. Now I think I got the consistency wrong, it's a little bit sloppy, but I'll get better at it. So it's just got oats, milk, yogurt, protein powder and some Biscoff in there, so it should be pretty good. Plenty of calories, plenty of protein, exactly what I need post run.
My body holds your heart, and in yours you hold mine. Too many days we've been apart. Yeah, I've been gone for too long. Baby, I've been lost all up in my head.
It's going to taste gross, but it was actually really nice. I just have to work on that consistency. I'll get better at it. But while I was here, I thought I would give you a little bit of a training update. I think I want to do more of that kind of thing. I want these videos to be a little bit of like a training log or life updates. So yeah, I'm going to go over what I have done this week. If you're interested, if you're not, skip forward. My week starts Tuesday because I do my long runs on Sunday, so Mondays I have off. So starting Tuesday, I did 10.2 Ks, easy run. My easy pace is anywhere between sort of 5:30, 5:25 to 5:45 at the moment. It's still pretty cold here in New Zealand, so I imagine that will go up as we go into summer. But just trying to keep my heart rate anywhere 140, even 135, say, all the way to 155. Seems to be pretty easy conversational pace for me, and yeah, I'm wearing a heart rate the whole time, so I know exactly what's going on, and I just adjust my pace accordingly. And then 10.3 on Wednesday. Thursday was my speed run, which was a little bit more chill than some of my other ones, but it was still decent effort. So 4 times a mile at 4:15 with 2 minutes rest, I believe, in between. I didn't chuck that down here, which came out to 11.81 Ks. I always sort of dread but love my speed workouts. I think mentally in my head it does wear on me a little bit, and then I get it done and I feel good, and the rest of the week is a little bit easier. So Friday I did 15.2 Ks, which was really windy. It's spring here, and there's lots of wind and rain, change of seasons, so it was really windy on Friday and that run sucked. Yesterday, Saturday, another 15 Ks, easy, 5:42 average pace. And then today, 21 Ks, 5:30 average pace. And that wraps up my week. My week total is 83.8 Ks. So still my biggest week yet. Been doing a nice steady incline since first week of July, which was the week first week post-marathon, which I only ran twice, 13 Ks, and then since there we've been pretty much 40 Ks and above, just building up to now 83 Ks, which is pretty awesome. And I was feeling pretty sore after my speed run on Thursday, and I was a little bit worried how I was going to feel, and then I was a little bit sore throughout my easy run on Friday, 15 Ks. Yeah, but sort of yesterday I had a good sleep on Friday night, and then yesterday's 15 Ks wasn't actually too bad. I was a little bit sore afterwards, and then I was pretty much good for my whole 21 Ks today. So yeah, like I said at the start, I've had a little bit of a tight calf, and it's been causing my foot to be a little bit sore. So Des had brought home one of those balls that you roll out your feet with, and I've just been doing that, and over the last couple of days only a few times, and it seems to have helped a little bit. Yeah, fingers crossed that, you know, I stay healthy, and I have the rest of today off obviously, and then Monday off and back to it on Tuesday. So yeah, we'll just take it as it comes, but if I'm feeling good, we'll just keep slowly increasing, maybe for one more week, and then have a deload week after that. So that's pretty much what I do for my morning of my long runs. Now I'm going to take you throughout the day, and yeah, it's pretty much just a lot of recovery and eating, and I hope you enjoy it.
The past and what's next, keeping me from loving how I know best. From a place of presence, remember when we parked in your mother's car.
It is recovery time, rolling out with this ball on the bottom of my feet. So yeah, this is what I've been doing just over the last few days whilst my foot's been a little bit sore. It's nothing major, but it's just very crampy. Don't know if that's a word, but just a bit fatigued because that left calf is a bit tight. So just been rolling that out. I've seen quite a few people do that online. Loosen up the foot a little bit and hopefully calm it down and get it recovered and back to normal. These are the big needles that Des use and is going to use on my calf soon. So she's just going to chuck some of them in there, and hopefully we can get that calf a little bit more loosened up and get some strength and range of motion back in it, because a little bit tight lately, like I said before, and this is all a part of it. It's all a part of running, and especially when you're getting up there in Ks, at least for me personally, these are things that I'm going to have to do, and this is not every Sunday, but I would like to make a bit more of an effort to make it a part of my routine, so that I am looking after my body a little bit more. Definitely after I completed my first marathon a month or even longer now, a couple of months ago, I've neglected my stretching and sort of that post-run, long run recovery routine, sort of because didn't feel like I needed it so much, didn't have an event coming up, and my body was handling it quite well. But as I'm now creeping up those Ks again, 83 Ks at the end of this week, I need to start to make sure that I am having a bit of a post-run recovery routine. So these can be the things that help me run even more in the future and help me to not get injured like I have in the past. So I need to stay on top of it, be disciplined with it. It's safe to say I'm looking forward to it, but also not looking forward to it too, because it can be pretty sore.
Going?
Calves.
Then leaving them and I'll just needle and done.
Okay.
Okay, where I am.
Bit twitchy. Oh yeah. Jesus. Big twitchies. That's really sore.
I saw it twitch all the way from here, all the way down there.
Yeah. That's where it's always really sore too.
Well, obviously got it in the right spot.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Cool.
Tonight we are having a chicken risotto with chicken stock, mushrooms, corn, chicken thighs, risotto.
Not going to bore you with too much food today because I feel like that's what I do in all of my videos, but I always make sure that I eat heaps of high protein to help to make sure that I'm recovering from the runs. Alright. If you know, you know. Been reading this Matthew McConaughey book at the moment, and I'm on kitten duty, so I'm just watching the kittens outside. Yeah, I think one of the biggest things I've learned over this 1,700 and now more than 25, but yeah, I think what I've learned the most is trying to make sure you obviously do the run and then you're doing everything you can to recover before the next one, and that also includes your easy runs as well. So making sure that your easy runs are actually easy enough that you are still recovering but running until your next hard workout. So say I have a hard workout on Sunday with my long run, my easy runs up until Tuesday or Wednesday when I do my speed workout are well easy enough, so I'm still recovering, not making my body more sore, I'm not accumulating any more fatigue hopefully, and then I'm able to smash it on my hard ones. So you would have heard people say keep your easy days easy, and I've definitely learned that, and I've probably learned that the hard way, even though I heard it so many times. So definitely recommend that. But another way to relax and wind down and recover, big part of my Sunday routine, but also my routine as well, trying to get back into reading books. Alright.